We are the home of the NTSU Exec Elections. Fly FM.
There's 22,000 students at this university and you get to decide who makes up our student union exec next year.
It's a very exciting time with the new student union building being built on the city campus, so we caught up with the candidates.
So societies have been out of the SU now for a while, and I think it has been difficult. Like, a lot of their money and stuff has had to kind of go on venues and pay in, because a lot of them can't just go over to Clifton all the time. So now obviously with the spaces, this year we've been working a lot, looking at all kind of the different bars and stuff, and also just the different social spaces where you don't drink. So they'll be able to actually just book these spaces out, and I want to make sure that societies are kind of at the centre of the events that go on in the new student union, because they're obviously really important to kind of the heart of the student union.
How do you intend to speed up the time it takes for societies to get money? Because obviously there's like a process that has to go on there.
Yeah, so just need to look at this process. It's come out quite recently that it's just taken too long. I think this is because society membership is growing, which is fantastic, but obviously we need to do something, because it's frustrating for societies that they're not getting the money. So we just need to look at the staffing of it and kind of rearrange things and make sure that they're getting their money faster, because I can understand how annoying it must be.
You said that you want to increase the number of academic societies. How do you plan on increasing the number of societies where societies are supposed to be student-led and initiated?
Yeah, so I've actually been looking at this a little bit with an existing site, which is business this year, just kind of going to the deans and the schools, because they're actually willing to offer money to societies, which would free up grant money for other societies a little bit, because they'll be getting money from somewhere else, i.e. the university. So what I'm going to do is just make up a big pack, send it round to kind of different faculties in the university, different departments, and make sure they understand that there can be a society that kind of runs alongside people's courses, and it really help people like socialising those people who aren't getting on really well in university to kind of have like a kind of social life alongside their course.
Can you just elaborate on the one-day volunteer reps? How's that going to differ from Trent volunteering, which sort of already exists?
Yeah, so we've increased volunteering projects this year, which has been fantastic. But at the moment we have a committee who arrange one a week, but we actually have a staff member who's arranging those. She actually has to lead these projects, which takes up her time, whereas if she was freed up, she could arrange more projects, and we'd have community reps in halls who could therefore be trained to lead them, so they'd have better employability, and she could arrange more projects so more students could get involved in volunteering.
And is there anything else you'd like to add about yourself or your campaign?
No, I think I've got the experience. I've had a fantastic year, and I'm just eager. I've still even got more ideas. I think you can always have more ideas, but I love my job, and I just really hope that people vote me back in.
Okay, thanks very much.
Fly FM.
Can you elaborate on the role of inclusion officers? How will their roles differ from minority officers which already exist?
Okay, so currently on committee you generally need 3 people to start up a brand new society. I want to introduce this fourth one, the inclusion officer, and basically the way I see it is it's going to be a person that, no matter what the background, will get everyone involved in that society, because membership needs to be increased, popularity needs to be increased within societies. Also, that will differ slightly with in terms of faith societies, because obviously you can't have everyone, all diversities, joining them sort of societies.
You've mentioned that you'd like to make regular scheduled meetings compulsory for societies. How do you see that working, as sort of frequency of meetings depends on the needs of those individual societies? Absolutely,
but what we'll do is in training, when we start up a society and when we maintain the training, is to enforce this. It's just a way of getting societies to communicate better with the exec and also themselves, because I know that they can struggle at times to get across their points. It's just a way of making societies and the committees run more efficiently.
How do you plan on improving society and volunteering reps at Brackenhurst and Clifton?
It's simply just when we get a new committee together, especially for RAG, is just hand out an application on Brackenhurst and just get more representation there. Make sure that we can try and get one from each society, one member from each society over there, whether it's just fortnightly or once a month. It's just a way of getting Brackenhurst to feel more involved in the union.
And finally, can you elaborate on improving support, training and rewards for sports and activities reps?
Yeah, absolutely. So with the activity reps last year, there was only a one-day session for training. I want to extend that to potentially 2 days as well. The reward system, there wasn't any actual reward for doing activities and sports reps last year. People didn't feel like they'd actually been rewarded for what they were doing, so I plan to sort of maybe get a few free drinks off one of the bars during Freshers Week, just so they feel like it's like almost like a pat on the back for what they've done, because it is a great role, and I would like to sort of reward them for it as well.
Is there anything else you'd like to add about your campaign?
Yeah, I want to introduce this year RAG reps, and that will be sort of a flexible membership system, so where students can raise money all year round independently of the committee, and it's also a good way for the committee to link to the students, because there's a lack of sort of communication at times. Also, the new student union, I want to create a new society board in the front of the new student union, where every week people can put up new things about taster sessions and ideas about what they're planning to do, so students can see what society's doing all year round.
Okay, thank you very much.
Fly FM.
You can vote for the candidates online at trentstudents.org/elections.
Voting opens on the 11th of March at 9 a.m. and closes on the 15th of March at 5 p.m.
We'll be live with the results from Ocean on Saturday, the 16th of March.
Can't decide who to vote for? Go to flyfm.co.uk for candidate podcasts and videos to help you decide. Fly FM, the home of the NTSU Exec Elections.